Jackson on the drive, kicks it out for Man. Man, three-pointer, bang! Oh, what a man!
Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12, good!
Here's Michael at the foul line, a shot on Elo,
Good! The Bulls win! They win it!
Now that's a steal by Murr. Underneath the DJ,
Going up over Bell, ball away. Yes! Yes! At the buzzer, he does it! Was there ever a doubt? A Smith screen, Posey will defend. Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life.
It's a physical game. Oh, man, oh, God. A monster jam by Blake Griffin.
We're not even going to do the intro. Oh, shit. I forgot to turn my camera on. Sheesh. We're not even going to do the intro. We're getting right to this shit. Subscribe. You already know the drill. There's no chance I'm staying monetized tonight. The Clippers played the Thunder tonight. And you know what? I really thought, looking at this schedule, I kept saying it before the season, easy schedule. The Clippers were gifted an easy schedule this season. 9-1. I'm sorry, gifted an easy schedule to start the season. I said 9-1 or 8-2. You know why? Because for once in my fucking life, I want to see the Clippers get off to a strong start to the regular season. Take the regular season seriously. And because here's the thing, right? The Clippers have never won a championship. We've never even gone to the finals, right? Never gone to the finals. We've also never finished with a top 2 seed in an 82-game season. So why not try to change something? Change the approach. Prioritize the regular season. You know, when Ty Lue first got hired for the Clippers, it was all about we're not going to skip steps anymore. And then very quickly, we saw that when Kawhi or Paul George got the slightest injury, they were going to be very cautious, very cautious, very cautious. We were very cautious all of 2021. And guess what happened? Kawhi Leonard, people forget this. They're talking about this shit like today he was supposed to play, and all of a sudden he's a late scratch. He's experiencing his knee flaring up or something along those lines, you know, swelling or discomfort. Okay, I get it. You want to be cautious with him, sure. Fine. But I heard that he was already going to rest on Thursday. So he was already, and this is not a back-to-back. This is being recorded on a Tuesday night after a blowout loss to the Thunder without Josh Giddey, the 0-3 Thunder. But when they played the Clippers, they know they're playing against a team that half the team's in the fucking infirmary all the time. I mean, every single year, wait till they get healthy. We're just learning how to play together. Every year it's the same shit. Don't you get tired of singing the same fucking tune every single season? Every single season. And by the way, everybody's wondering, first of all, if you want that cookie cutter shit, it's going to be all sunshine and roses. Look, I'm not going to make some hot take and say, this means we're definitely not winning the championship. It's over. I'm not going to say that shit. That's not my first rodeo. But I can be mad. I can be a little disappointed because I set expectations for this team. I set my own expectations for this team. And I wanted a target of 60 wins or at least 55 plus. We got the deepest team in the league, right? The only new player is John Wall, and you could say Norman Powell because he only got a couple of games last season. Everyone else has played. The only thing that's yet to be done is create rotations, right? Create rotations, lineups that you know work. Every year it's the same thing. I thought going into this season, we already had some continuity. We hit the ground running. There's no excuse that we shouldn't have hit the ground running. We're playing against these kind of teams. But the reason why I brought up 2021 is Kawhi Leonard in April, he missed 8 games. Like around 7 or 8 games in April because they were managing his knee. It was flaring up or whatever. And then he obviously came back great, but got injured again in the playoffs. And now here we are. So the point I'm trying to make is you cannot, and I always say this, I sound like a broken fucking record. You cannot guarantee that he will or won't get injured. Every single time you get on the basketball court in any game, you have a chance of getting hurt, whether it's a new injury or a flare-up of the old. Yes, the probability of the flare-up of the old is reduced with rest. I understand that. But at the same time, at what cost? At what cost? And then don't even get me started on the whole bigger, faster, stronger thing, and then we make all these excuses for the modern athlete. It's insane. I'm not even going to get into that because I'm past it. I'm totally past it. Kawhi Leonard built like a tank, bro. Like they're treating him like he's an old grandma, bro. Like it's insane. It's insane. And you know what's funny? Don't think for a second I'm blaming Kawhi. I know Kawhi wants to hoop. I could see it in his the way he's talking this season. I could see it in the way he's trying to be aggressive when he's on the court. He's trying to show everybody that he wants to hoop. So I know he's trying to play. But the organization, to me, they act like they have this resume, like, we're so good in the playoffs. Like, come playoff time, no one's gonna want to see us. Like, I get it, but nobody cares to see you if you're not in showing anybody anything. You got to show us. Everyone's talking about last season. We were a 42-win team. We were great without the stars. We've had one full season, if that. It wasn't even a full season, 2021, with Ty Lue as coach and Kawhi and Paul George playing. We've had one season. And in that season, they were injured a good amount, and we're still injured in the playoffs. So what's the deal? When are they going to actually try to build some chemistry and build some continuity for once? Okay, fine. I get annoyed with the decision for Kawhi not to play tonight. Yes, I'm annoyed by it, considering we already had PG and Marcus out. But I get it. Don't want to risk it. My problem is the approach. You were already going to sit him on Thursday. You guys don't care about having a good regular season. Because clearly, our depth, and that's going to get us into the game tonight. Our depth was supposed to go in there and get a win. What did I say the last 2 days? Reggie Jackson and Norman Powell. They've been playing like absolute dookie, but they got to step it the fuck up. And what did they do? Lay another egg. Especially Reggie Jackson. And, I love Reggie, so I'm not going to slander him or anything like that. I love him. He's a cult hero. But that motherfucker is playing like shit. He's playing like he does not give a fuck. And if he's injured, sit his ass down. Because Brandon Boston was out there hooping in garbage time. He deserves a run if Reggie Jackson can't play. He's a net negative out there right now. He is, he was getting good looks in the beginning of the game. It's just missing him. And I just thought, okay, him and Norman Powell, they're getting good looks. Zubats is setting some good screens. And we're going to just knock down shots as the game goes on. Reggie Jackson just never got it going. Never. He hasn't gotten it going besides that one Sacramento game so far. If he's injured, sit him down. On defense, we are getting blown by the way. And in the first quarter, what was 23-18? It was our offense. We were actually getting good looks because the Thunder were switching everything. They weren't switching everything. And that's why we were getting open looks. We were moving the ball a little bit, swinging the ball to the open man. Because when teams don't switch everything, if you make the right passes, it gives you an advantage. And credit to Ivica Zubats, who deserves a big fucking shout out. So everybody in the chat right now, in the live chat, let's hear it for Zoo, because he's the only one that seems like he gives a fuck every night. John Wall as well. John Wall and Zubats are out there busting their ass. If it's a Zubats, for all the slander he takes, he's a big white guy from Europe. Everybody gives him shit. He's the only one that plays 80 games. He's the only one that fucking plays 80 games and tries to be available all the time. 7 blocks tonight. Another double-double. He's out there busting his ass. And you know what? Ty Lue, I love him. But I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith in bro. Because not only does he seem a little lax about the regular season for me, he doesn't play Zoo enough. And he's very persistent with Reggie. Reggie playing in the fourth quarter after he's had a shit game. I mean, how long is John going to be on a minutes restriction? Everything is restriction. And the reason why I don't think it's like, you might think, oh, it's not big a deal. It's not big a deal. It's not that big a deal because it matters about later in the season. I totally agree. that this is premature to be spamming like this. But the reason why I'm mad is because we had a very good chance to get this season going in the right direction by winning these easy games, despite the fact that we are going to be restricted, despite the fact that we are going to be working back into things. But we should be good enough with the depth that we assembled to beat teams like that. Everyone's talking about, oh, Kawhi was out, Paul was out, Josh Giddey was out. He's the second best player on that team. And SGA took a dump on our face. And you know what? Shout out to him. I love SGA, and it's amazing how much better he's gotten. He is a fucking stud, dude. His step back city, his footwork around the basket, everything is slowed down for him. He's out there busting our ass every time he plays us. But don't twist my words and say that I'm saying we shouldn't have made the trade. I'm not going to say that. But come on, man. We out here getting embarrassed. You know, in the second quarter, turning the ball over too much. These guys are so careless with the ball to start the season. You want to hear the most ridiculous stat of the night? The Clippers shot 83 times tonight. 83. The Thunder shot 110 shots. They shot 38% and beat us by 14. It was really a 20-plus point kind of game. They whooped our asses. 110 shots. They took 27 more shots than we did. They shot 13% from three. You know what that's called? A lack of effort on the offensive glass by many players and turning the ball over more than Michelle fucking Richard. That's a bakery if you didn't know. 19 turnovers to 6 for the Clips. And most of them came in the ridiculous third quarter. We went into halftime down 6. And you know what? It was mostly the end of that second quarter that it was a 1-point Clipper lead, 42-41. And that was the last lead they would have for the rest of the game. I'm sorry. I think it was 43-42. Last lead they'd have for the rest of the fucking game because everyone else, you know, the starting backcourt just can't get excused at this point. Norman Powell especially. The dude is just driving into traffic. He does not trust his mid-range right now for whatever reason. He does not trust his floater. Or does he have a floater? I'm pretty sure he does. He's not using it. He's trying to go right into the teeth of the defense and jump past last second. He's out of control. He's just making rash decisions, and he's not making his open three. He has been tough to watch, and I like Norman. I've liked him since UCLA. Him and Reggie, though, are a cancer right now to start games. Both of them are playing like shit, and Ivica Zubac has to overcompensate constantly. And his rim protection was elite tonight, Ivica Zubac. He's been busting his ass, and he gets no fucking respect from the officials every single year. That shit pisses me the fuck off. Oh my God. Reggie Jackson and Norman Powell, we needed a good performance. They gave us nothing. Nothing. They gave us garbage. And in the third quarter, it was appalling. I wanted to pull my hair out. Coming up the court, throwing lazy-ass passes like that. Reggie Jackson, so careless with the basketball. Everybody just careless with the basketball. And then on defense, you know, we're starting to blitz SGA because nobody can guard him to save their lives. And then once we start blitzing him, our rotations are non-existent. And then I love Kennard. He actually had a good game. I thought Kennard competed on defense and he was hitting shots. But on the offensive glass, bro is not like he's a liability on the glass when we go small. A liability. And John Wall, believe it or not, through all the shit that we saw tonight, John Wall was +2 in his minutes. He was positive in the plus-minus. So was Kennard, +2. And they played John Wall 20 minutes, Kennard 29 minutes. Amir Coffey played 26 and was +13. He had 8 points. He was lively as fuck. And Terrence Mann, you know, he played okay. He was 3 for 5 and 1 of 1 from 3. But in the third quarter, he was part of that bad lineup that got us down 26 points. Pathetic. And in that stretch, they acted like they just didn't care. The body language was horrible. Coming up the court, looked like they had given up. Yeah, they made a little run at the end. Again, the fake run. SGA hit a big three-pointer at the end of the third quarter to beat the buzzer and break the Clippers back, make it 94-78. And you want to hear another statistic? Ivica Zubac came out of the game at the 7:35 mark of the third quarter. Why so early in the third quarter? I don't know. Clearly, Ty wanted to go small. And again, it backfired. Ty has not been off to a great start to the season for me. It backfired badly. Badly. We were down 48-62 when he came out of the game. And then when he came back into the game, it was 52-74. 12-4, we were outscored in that stretch. I mean, it's just terrible. It was just terrible. We were just terrible without Zoo and John Wall coming off the bench. Like, I don't know if it can continue. If Kawhi is still restricted so much, we need John Wall to start. I'm going to say it again. We need it. I love Reggie, but I don't give a shit about the confidence thing right now. If he can't figure out how to come off the bench and play at a high level, then I'm sorry, trade deadline, things got to be done. At the end of the day, I love Reggie Jackson. I was the one who started the Reggie chant. I don't care what anybody says. I got the tweets to prove it. Because for Reggie Evans, I'm the only one that has an explanation. I love Reggie Jackson. I love him. I'm always going to love him regardless. But this is a harsh business. We need to win the fucking championship. It's going to be like everyone. We're not a team of the future. We sold our future to the team we got our ass beat by tonight for Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, who can't seem to stay on the court. Kawhi Leonard, I get we have to be patient, but I have not seen this load management stuff league-wide translate into, one team wins the chip. Every team is load managing now. One team wins the championship. We're extra cautious for what? We need to build that identity. We have no championship DNA except for individual players. We don't have any championship DNA as a team. You got to show that. I'm a big believer of your record reflects how good you are. They're not healthy stuff. When are they going to be healthy? When are they going to? They're not capable of playing 10 games in a row healthy, Kawhi and Paul. They're not. They're not, because they're going to always rest them and always be like the precaution. It just kills any winning streaks. It's what I said in 2021. And, everyone's like, oh, but if Kawhi didn't get injured, it's always if this and that. Why can't I expect a change? Why can't I be angry over this? I need to be able to see something different. I wanted to see them come out and back up the talk. They're all talk all the time. Oh, we're really focused this year. Oh, I think we can do something special. Yeah, I understand. It doesn't happen after the first 4 games. But show me something different. It's like it's this arrogance. They're like, oh, we just want to, everyone's like, oh, it's just important for him to be healthy come playoff time. Absolutely. But you have no guarantee he won't get hurt in the playoffs either. You have no guarantee. Right now, we're just being robbed of a viewing experience as fans, and the people that are going to games are being robbed of it too. And I'm not talking about tonight necessarily, even though I think Kawhi could have played tonight and not gotten hurt. He just wouldn't have been at his 100%. I know what you're going to say. Why risk it? Why risk it? And that's valid. That's very valid. But what really makes me mad is, like, how many games do you expect bro to play then? Like, I really wonder what the Clippers' target is for him game-wise. Because if he's only going to play 50 games, like, how many teams win a championship with their best player playing 50 games? That doesn't happen. Like, look at history. Like, Clipper fans act like we have this reputation of like we won the chip. We just need to get there healthy because when we get there, we're guaranteed to win. No, we're not guaranteed to win. So, like, why not take the regular season seriously for once? And I'm not saying make him play every game. Like I'm not even saying that. I'm asking for so little. Like, I have to taper my expectations so much in this era. It sucks. Like, I mean, I honestly don't know how those superhumans in the 80s played at this same pace level as today and played 80 games and way worse conditions with way less medical advances. Like, when you tore your ACL in the 80s, you're finished. Like, how did they stay healthy, man? They're superhumans. So we're going to do that now. Like, I just don't, that part also pisses me off. It's just like everything about it is just pissing me off. And it's okay, guys. Like, I'm going to be more calm in the Locked On version, but this is my chance. This is my channel. I get to vent out my frustrations. And by the way, super chats are turned on. If you want to drop $1 a dime, bruh, I don't duck the smoke. I'm going to come on here no matter what. People are going to talk their shit. I see people in the chat, Cameron Aselli, Connect, Kyle's Takes, everybody. I really appreciate the love. Obviously, it's going to be popping when we get our asses beat, but I'm really disappointed because, like, what's next? Kawhi's not going to play. You feel me? Paul George, like, what was he doing? Non-COVID related illness? Bro, wash your hands. Stop sharing stuff. Come on, man. You can't be getting sick 5 games into the year. Marcus Morris gets an excuse. His dad passed away. Condolences to him. And we missed his ass tonight. And by the way, shame on me for saying Marcus Morris should get traded because he's one of the only people so far this season that actually looks like he's trying to show me something different. You know what's different? He started the season with urgency, and other people haven't. Terrence Mann and Amir Coffey should play more because Norman Powell and Reggie Jackson, it's not even just the way that they're playing and they're missing shots. They are not playing hard to me. They're not playing hard and they're not playing smart. Neither of them. And Robert Covington and I think Nico played decent today. I really do. And Robert Covington played decent too. But, like, they still have their moments where sometimes it's just like brain farts. Like, the urgency from this. And Nico's quote after the game, relax, fans. I know it's frustrating, but it's going to be great one day. It's always one day. If we don't win the championship this year, I'm going to fucking spam. Because we need to win the championship. It's now or never. I mean, we'll see what Kawhi and Paul George are not getting any younger. We have a great roster this year. The league is wide open. There's a lot of good teams, and we have a chance to do something special this season. We should not squander the opportunity. And I know Rome wasn't built in one day, but it's always wait for this, if this with the Clippers. Yeah, Nico Batum said to wait till Christmas. Shout out June 28th, July, man. I really appreciate it, bro. Really appreciate the donation. But Kanak says Nico said to wait till Christmas. Like, bro, why do we have to wait? It's always wait this, wait that. Everyone's telling me, oh, 60 wins doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't mean anything. You're right. It doesn't mean anything. But we've never, but usually teams that win 60 games go further in the playoffs than teams that don't. Am I wrong? Am I fucking wrong? Why can't I just see a season where we win 58 games or something? Why can't we set a franchise record with this team? They don't care. They don't care about the regular season. They don't care about it. They just want to peak at the right time. I get it. But you know what? Every other team has the same approach as you. Every other team. And the Golden State Warriors have done this before. They just did it. They have Steph, Clay, and Draymond can play with each other with their eyes closed. With their eyes closed. Kawhi and Paul George with the Clippers, they haven't played with each other enough to me. And now they have a new team. It's always, we have to wait to see everything mesh. We have to wait to see everything mesh. You don't get tired of it? I get it, because a lot of Clipper fans, look, I've been a Clipper fan for 18 years. It's 2 more years, and I'm going to be saying I'm going to be a Clipper fan for 20 years. There's people that have been a Clipper fan longer than me, and I get it. They're more patient because you had to even endure worse than I did. I mean, I endured some shit with Donald Sterling and before even Blake came around. But the thing about those seasons is you don't expect anything. It takes a certain level of optimism to stay on board. And we have stayed on board. I've stayed on board. And I'm never the type that's going to jump off the wagon. You already know that. I bleed this shit. But come on. This is the chosen season. I know it doesn't get decided in game 4, but where's the urgency? Where was the effort? You just got your asses blown out, and I paid 75 fucking bucks, which I know if you're a Laker fan listening, now that sounds ridiculous, but I paid more money than normal for that game, and y'all didn't get us excited for anything. You didn't get us excited for anything. And championship teams are supposed to take losses badly and come back the next game with urgency. Where was the urgency? In the third quarter, you look like you were ready to roll the fuck over. You're playing the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Trey Mann are laughing at you. Oh, but let's wait for Kawhi to come save the day, even though he has a fucked up knee and quad. Come on. Ty Lue, coaching staff. It's a marathon, not a sprint, everyone says. A marathon we never fucking win. Why can't we try something different? By the way, Spotify people, I'm really sorry if I'm hurting your ears. I'm really sorry. I'll turn down the mic volume before I upload. How about that? God damn it. I'm over this. And by the way, listen, I'm going to cut the live right now because 22 minutes is a good chance for this to get more views. But I'm going to open up another live that I'm going to delete in a second right now. So hop in a live, okay? I'm about to start one up. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Pathetic performance. We're back on Thursday, and we better win. But you know what? We don't know who's going to play. Kawhi's not playing. He's coming back here tomorrow. Woo! Hopefully he's okay, for real. But goddamn, bro, we're not going to win 60 games. That dream's going to be over. What was I, a fool to even think it? Anyway, I'm always the fool. But guess what? Last time I made a video like this, the next year, we fucking broke the second round curse. So maybe I need to spam like this more, and we're going to prove myself wrong just like last time. So you know what? Fuck it. Peace. Demonetized. Who cares?